Hi and welcome everyone, thanks for dropping in my YouTube channel. Here are the game results today, season standings update and game schedule tomorrow for 2025 to 2026 NBA regular season. For today's game results: in first game, the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Philadelphia 76ers with the score of 133-107. And here are the box score for Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell leading the game with 35 points, 9 assists and 7 boards. Followed by the second leading scorer, which is Darius Garland with 20 points and 7 assists. And here are the box score for Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid leading the game with 20 points, followed by the second leading scorer, which is Paul George with 17 points. For the second game, the Toronto Raptors beat the Indiana Pacers with the score of 115-101. And here are the box score for Toronto Raptors. Brandon Ingram leading the game with 30 points and 7 boards. Followed by the second leading scorer, which is Scottie Barnes with 26 points, 13 assists and 7 boards. And here are the box score for Indiana Pacers. Pascal Siakam leading the game with a double-double performance of 26 points and 10 boards. Followed by the second leading scorer, which is Andrew Nembhard with 14 points and 6 boards. For the third game, the Chicago Bulls beat the Utah Jazz by the buzzer-beater layup of Vucevic with the score of 128-126. And here are the box score for Chicago Bulls. Nikola Vucevic leading the game with 35 points, 5 assists and 7 boards. Followed by the second leading scorer, which is Ayo Dosunmu with 15 points and 6 assists. And here are the box score for Utah Jazz. Keyonte George leading the game with 25 points and 7 assists. Followed by the second leading scorer, which is Kyle Filipowski with 19 points and 7 boards. For the fourth game, the New Orleans Pelicans beat the Brooklyn Nets with the score of 116-113. And here are the box score for New Orleans Pelicans. Trey Murphy III leading the game with 34 points, 5 assists and 9 boards. Followed by the second leading scorer, which is Zion Williamson with 25 points and 6 boards. And here are the box score for Brooklyn Nets. Michael Porter Jr. leading the game with 20 points and 7 boards. Followed by the second leading scorer, which is Igor Demon with 17 points and 5 assists. For the fifth game, the Denver Nuggets beat the Dallas Mavericks with the score of 118-109. And here are the box score for Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray leading the game with 33 points and 5 assists. Followed by the second leading scorer, which is Aaron Gordon with 22 points and 6 boards. And here are the box score for Dallas Mavericks. Najee Marshall leading the game with 24 points and 5 boards. Followed by the second leading scorer, which is Brandon Williams with 20 points and 7 boards. For the sixth game, the Sacramento Kings beat the New York Knicks with the score of 112-101. And here are the box score for Sacramento Kings. DeMar DeRozan leading the game with 27 points, 5 assists and 6 boards. Followed by the second leading scorer, which is Zach LaVine with 25 points and 5 boards. And here are the box score for New York Knicks. Miles Bridges leading the game with 19 points, followed by the second leading scorer, which is OG Anunoby with 15 points. For the last and seventh game, the Los Angeles Clippers beat the Washington Wizards with the score of 119-105. And here are the box score for Los Angeles Clippers. Kawhi Leonard leading the game with 33 points, followed by the second leading scorer, which is James Harden with 22 points, 8 assists and 5 boards. And here are the box score for Washington Wizards. Keyshawn George leading the game with 23 points and 5 boards, followed by the second leading scorer, which is Chris Middleton with 17 points and 5 assists. And here are the NBA standings in Eastern Conference. The Detroit Pistons still leading the first spot with the standing of 28 wins and 10 losses. The second spot is the New York Knicks with 25 wins and 15 losses. The third spot is the Boston Celtics with 24 wins and 15 losses. The fourth spot is the Toronto Raptors with 25 wins and 17 losses. The fifth spot is the Philadelphia 76ers with 22 wins and 17 losses. The sixth spot is the Orlando Magic with 22 wins and 18 losses. The seventh spot is the Cleveland Cavaliers with 23 wins and 19 losses. The 8th spot is the Miami Heat with 21 wins and 19 losses. The 9th spot is the Atlanta Hawks with 20 wins and 22 losses. The 10th spot is the Chicago Bulls with 19 wins and 21 losses. The 11th spot is the Milwaukee Bucks with 17 wins and 23 losses. The 12th spot is the Charlotte Hornets with 14 wins and 26 losses. The 13th spot is the Brooklyn Nets with 11 wins and 27 losses. The 14th spot is the Washington Wizards with 10 wins and 29 losses. And for the 15th spot is the Indiana Pacers with 9 wins and 32 losses. And for the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder still leading the first spot with the standing of 34 wins and 7 losses. The second spot is the Denver Nuggets with 28 wins and 13 losses. The third spot is the San Antonio Spurs with 27 wins and 13 losses. The fourth spot is the Minnesota Timberwolves with 27 wins and 14 losses. The fifth spot is the Los Angeles Lakers with 24 wins and 14 losses. The sixth spot is the Houston Rockets with 23 wins and 14 losses. The seventh spot is the Phoenix Suns with 24 wins and 16 losses. The eighth spot is the Golden State Warriors with 22 wins and 19 losses. The ninth spot is the Portland Trail Blazers with 19 wins and 22 losses. The 10th spot is the Memphis Grizzlies with 17 wins and 22 losses. The 11th spot is the Los Angeles Clippers with 17 wins and 23 losses. The 12th spot is the Dallas Mavericks with 15 wins and 26 losses. The 13th spot is the Utah Jazz with 14 wins and 26 losses. The 14th spot is the Sacramento Kings with 11 wins and 30 losses. And for the 15th spot is the New Orleans Pelicans with 10 wins and 33 losses. For the last portion, here are the 9 games scheduled for tomorrow, January 16th at Friday morning, Philippine time. For the first game at 3 a.m., it's Magic against the Grizzlies. For the second game at 8 a.m., it's Pistons against the Suns. For the third game at 8:30 a.m., it's Heat against the Celtics. For the fourth game at 8:30 a.m., it's Rockets against the Thunder. For the fifth game at 9 a.m., it's Spurs against the Bucks. For the sixth game at 9:30 a.m., it's Mavericks against the Jazz. For the seventh game at 11 a.m., it's Trailblazers against the Hawks. For the eighth game at 11 a.m., it's Warriors against the Knicks. For the last and ninth game at 11:30 a.m., it's Lakers against the Hornets. Thanks for watching.